Hey guys, Brandy here. I was getting ready to work with some resin, and I realized that I've had this machine for a while and I haven't got it out yet to actually see if it works or not. It is the AirLess Pro Resiners Bubble Remover machine. Now, I am not sponsored by this company. I was really wanting a good bubble removal machine because I've had this other one for quite some time, and after a few uses, the button started sinking in really bad and then it just stopped working. So this one was just a cheap one off of Amazon. And I had made a video using this one before because I do like the bubble remover machines. But I don't really suggest getting this unless you're just kind of wanting a tester one, because this one was about $60. But this one, like a nicer one, is over $100, closer to $200, unless you catch it on sale, which that's definitely the time to get it. I do love the Resiners brand. They are my favorite brand. If you don't know already, I use their heat gun and I love this thing, and obviously it's been through a lot of wear and tear, but I've noticed that all of their stuff is really high quality compared to other companies and, the cheaper stuff. So I went ahead and got this, and I thought I would test it out and unbox it and show you guys. And so we are going to find out if the bubble remover machine is worth it. So let's get started. Okay, and this, I noticed they did come out with a newer version. Like I said, I've had this for a little while now. I just haven't taken it out yet because I wanted to do a video for you guys. Alright, this is the top part. So let's see about this one. It's a good size. A few cups that come with it too. And a little warranty card, so that's nice. Oh, you want to make sure that, see, there's this under here and it said make sure that is closed. The silicone cover is closed. Okay, so this silicone cover lets out the air because okay, cool. Alright, I'll be using the Bondcrafter epoxy resin for this, and they don't really say what viscosity this is, so I'm gonna treat it as though it's a medium viscosity. I'm gonna get to mixing this and then we can put it in the machine and you can see how it works. I do have links in the description for you for everything that you see here if you're interested in it at all. And I do also have for Bondcrafter, if you click on that link and use coupon code Braxley's Place, then you'll get 12% off of your purchase. Now this is also another Resiners machine that I got. It's for mixing resin. I have issues with my wrist, so it's really helpful to have this machine, but you do have to make sure that after you use it that you go in and you scrape the edges and the bottom to make sure you get your mixture all mixed up. So you can see here I had put plenty of bubbles in there. And this is just a reminder that do not use silicone cups for this. You want to use the plastic. I don't know why, but for some reason it doesn't work as well with the silicone cups. And the thicker the cup is, like if you use the really thick plastic cups, it doesn't work very well either. So you do want to make sure you press the lid down while you're using this machine to make sure it gets that suction. There we go. I think it's one of the coolest things just watching the bubbles release out of here. You can see how clear it is afterwards. I did put it on the 10-minute setting because this resin is a little bit thicker. So the thicker it is, the longer it's going to take in the machine. I see, like, basically all the bubbles came out of it. So I am gonna spritz a little bit of alcohol on the top because there was a couple things, or there were a couple little bubbles left on there. But you need to be careful when you're using the alcohol. I finally got like a finer mist spray bottle. I was using one that sprayed just a little too much, if you caught one of my earlier videos on it. And also, you want to make sure that the alcohol evaporates before you go in and start messing with your resin. So I'm going in here with a little silicone tool and just getting the bubbles that formed along the edges. And then I'm going to spritz with that alcohol again to pop the bubbles that got on top. So the bubble remover machine, what I've noticed is that it does remove the bubbles out of your resin, but then you're going to be going through and messing with your resin again. So you can see how more bubbles are going to end up forming in here. And it did come out really clear. I did get a couple pieces of dust in here. I ended up using my fast cure machine that I got from Let's Resin. If I could do the purchase again, I'd go with Resiners, but the Let's Resin does work really well. It's just not as good a quality as I thought it was going to be. But like I said, it does work really well. So if you're a big fan of Let's Resin, I will have that linked in the description. And this is round 2, going for the second layer. With coasters, the bottom is going to be the top, is what it's meant for. I didn't want to do it the other way around because it would be an extra step trying to soften out the edges. Because if you do it where the bottom of the silicone mat or silicone mold is the top, then it's going to have smooth edges already. So what I did was one thin layer first, and then I'm going to put some little clay flowers that I made on top of that, and that's going to create a little layer between the top and the flowers. These are the flowers that I made. They came out really pretty. But the thing is that these flowers have little grooves and crevices, especially in the center there, if you can see that. And so what I'm going to do is just put them all in the resin cup and stir that around and try to encase them in resin first so that it doesn't create any additional bubbles in the center. Because, you know, this machine took the bubbles out of the resin, but by doing this mix again, it's gonna trap bubbles inside of my little clay pieces. So in hindsight, what I really should have done was I should have done an additional step. Either I should have just went ahead and made the bottom the top, or I should have dipped these in resin and then got all the bubbles out of them and then let them dry and then put them in the coaster. Because you'll see, because I was doing this upside down with the flowers, that I did not get all the bubbles out. So this is a risk that you're taking when it comes to the bubble remover machine. It does remove the bubbles, but you can always trap more in there. The glitter, I did use this trick that I got off of Daniel Cooper's YouTube channel, where you add some clear Elmer's glue when you're mixing glitter, and that will make it to where your glitter is not going to completely sink to the bottom, because that's usually what happens with glitter, is it'll sink to the bottom. You also have an issue sometimes stuff will float, so there are reasons that you want to do layers when it comes to certain things. But I just need to rearrange, and then I'm going to add a drop of pigment. I used alcohol ink in here and then just swirl it around a little bit. I was just trying to do different techniques to, you know, kind of make them pop. And here I went ahead and did one last spray of alcohol on the top before putting it back in the curing machine, just to pop those little tiny bubbles on the top. So the question is the bubble remover machine worth it? And in my opinion, if you have the extra money to get it, I say yeah, it's worth it. Definitely worth it, because you can see how clear the resin does come out. It's just, you gotta be careful with your techniques after that. Your projects are not gonna be perfect just because you're using a bubble remover machine. There are other reasons that bubbles may get in here, kind of like with this one. You can see that my beautiful little clay flowers got several bubbles in there because I was trying to skip a step and make it go by a little bit faster. Got bubbles right there. I was afraid of that. I couldn't see it very well with the light. Oh, no bubbles in that one. Oh, dropped a couple of bubbles there. In there. Oh dang, I really trapped bubbles in that one. But as you can tell over here, in the parts where I wasn't messing with the objects, it came out extremely clear. But overall, I definitely say it's worth it. And thanks so much for watching this, and we'll see you on the next one.